How to never be needy with women.
If you're a man and you want to find the right girlfriend, life partner or wife, a serious, meaningful, long-term relationship, you have to come from a place of abundance. There's internal and external objective abundance. Let's first start with the external objective abundance of having multiple options available to yourself. It is very difficult to not act needy and like a little on a date if the next date is going to be 6 to 8 weeks into the future because you have no process that generates dates like a machine. So you have to understand that you can go out there and actually approach. You can use online dating and you can go out there and introduce yourself to women during the day or at night in a respectful manner. It's actually possible. Guess what your grandfather did? Your great-great-grandfather. Okay, you could make an argument that perhaps people met each other back in the day through a social circle and the villages were so small. You could find some excuse, or you could just understand that your great-great-grandfather would be ashamed of you because you can't even approach. I want to offer you the idea, even though Fernanda's nodding, he's like, yeah, you should be ashamed. It's not even your fault. It's not even your fault. Nobody's taught you the skill set. I was married to a woman who wasn't right for me because I jumped into a relationship too quickly because I didn't have options. So one lady expresses interest in me. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Long distance relationship, move to Ireland, spend a couple of years, get married. And then eventually that breaks. For a lack of compatibility. There's so much suffering that you're going to experience if you do not create options for yourself first. And that's not some pickup artist nonsense. This is simply about being able to make an educated choice. Tony Robbins says the number one factor for success in a relationship is selection. Compatibility is the key for success in a relationship. One of my old managers, I used to work for a big tech company in Dublin before I realized I have a bit of a problem with authority and I want to do something that I perceive to be more meaningful, coaching and helping people in the area of dating and relationships and personal development. He was an amazing guy. He said, you can't coach away a bad fit. It wasn't actually in relation to me and the role, but it was about somebody else. He said, you can't coach away a bad fit. If somebody's just not right for a certain role, you can't coach them into that. If they just don't have the desire to work in sales, for example, they're not going to be able to do it for a long time because it's going to make them unhappy. If you don't enjoy the process, you'll never be able to compete with somebody who actually loves it. For example, I love personal development. I love helping men with their dating and their relationship life, finding the right girlfriend, life partner, or wife. We get invited to weddings. Babies are being born. People end up in relationships. It's absolutely beautiful. You can't compete with me in this area. You can't, because I love it. I really, really do. Every aspect of it, no. But the actual coaching, working with people, helping you guys through the use of social media, of course, I love it. So you have to love it. And if somebody just isn't right for the role, it won't work. That's why compatibility is important. In order to increase the probability that you actually have compatibility, you need choice. And the beautiful thing is you can literally just walk out there during the day, Whole Foods, you can go to a shopping mall, you can just go about your business in the gym, you can go to a rock climbing gym, you can pay for expensive gyms, which is a really good strategy, by the way, to meet high quality male friends. And just approach during the day. You can go to bars. Nightclubs are a bit of a difficult place. You can actually go there. And it's not to say that you can't find your wife there. The probability is a bit lower, or rather the percentage of women who fall into the right target audience for you, given what you're looking for, is probably a lot lower. But bars are actually a really good place. You don't have to go to bars. You can theoretically just use online dating. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, Match.com. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But the ability of being able to walk up to a woman, boom, and to create a conversation and a connection out of nothingness, that gives you unparalleled, raw, real confidence. Because most men don't have it. Most men, a year and a half ago, I was interviewed by Dubai iRadio. We were in Dubai, well, it was actually an online interview, but still. And it was funny because I was talking to the lady, and I don't know how we got to talking about it, but I was saying, basically most men, they think they're good at two things. They think they're good at fighting, and they think they're good at talking to women. Now, I'm not a professional fighter, but I trained karate for 6 years, so I have some basic understanding of it. I would say more than 9 out of 10 people. Put a pair of boxing gloves on most men, they're gonna get bashed. They're gonna get their face smacked in very quickly, okay? Ask the average man to do an approach during the day, at night, without having some sort of neurotoxin alter his state, be that alcohol or other drugs. They won't be able to do it. What do most men do in bars? They stand around, they look, they're like, oh, and then you know what they do? You've done it before, I've done it before in the past as well. They see a lady, she walks by and goes, hey, very pretty, very pretty, blah, blah, blah. And they give her a compliment of some sort, something meaningless, something benign. And they don't fully capture her attention. They don't actually even want her to really stop because they wouldn't even know how to continue the conversation. And then they're going to talk about that approach the whole night. They stand there with their beers and they hope for a little bit of liquid confidence for that one interaction. I know, we've all done it. So first of all, you got to reduce alcohol because while it may temporarily boost your confidence, it's going to destroy your calibration in the end and it robs you of life energy. Let's face it, but you can learn it. You can learn with progressive desensitization to meet women during the day. You don't have to do it to find the right one. You can just master online dating and it's a really powerful tool. But do yourself the favor and get out there to create actual factual abundance. Because if you're on a date with a woman and you're worried that she likes you, well, that worry as to whether she approves of your non-PC, non-politically correct opinions is going to disappear if you know that you have a date in latest 7 days. If you have at least one date a week, you can't be too worried about whether this particular individual approves of your existence or your values as a man or not. That's the real life side. Online dating is absolutely fantastic. You tap your phone and a beautiful woman appears. You can learn it. You can learn to create a fantastic profile, get amazing pictures, put social proof, put status in there. You can learn to text. It's all a learnable skill set. By creating abundance, factual, real abundance of options. Not to be in the game forever, not to be a player, but so you can make an educated decision. So you can actually compare, okay, I like this physically. I like this when it comes to personality. Well, I don't like this in terms of values. You actually have to taste it a little bit. You have to have a comparison, and it's going to make you less needy. That's the external side of abundance. You have to do that. And any man can learn it, especially you've already proven in a lot of areas that you're a very capable man of learning. You've already mastered the meta habit of learning. Since you've done that, you can do that too. Please get out there. It's going to be one of the most rewarding journeys you'll ever commit yourself to for, even if it's going to take you a year. Go in. It might take you 2 months. It might take you a year. Who knows? You go all the way in. And then you check out of the dating process. And then you have an amazing wife, a beautiful woman by your side that you can build a family with. If you already have a family from a previous marriage, you just find somebody that you can spend your life with. It's an absolutely beautiful, rewarding journey. But go all in. Don't half-ass it. Most men, they go in a little bit and then they get an average relationship. If you want to have a beautiful relationship, not to say that there's going to be no conflict in the relationship, but it will be so much less. If you want to have a beautiful relationship, you need that abundance first. Okay? Now, what's internal abundance? What can you do when you're actually on the date? You can remind yourself on the date that you want her, but that you don't need her. That's exactly what you have to communicate to her on the date. She still has to feel wanted and desired, as we spoke about in one of the previous reels that we uploaded, but it can't be neediness. I don't need this particular individual. You ground yourself in your own worth as a man. And you understand the reality, that the reality is there are plenty of women who'd love to take her place if she's not interested in you. Plenty of them, because you have so much to offer. You're already kind, you're already nice, you're already making an effort, you're already working on yourself. That will never stop, by the way, so you don't have to work on yourself first and then get into the dating side of things, because the second you stop working on yourself, you start deteriorating, you start dying inside. So since you'll always work on yourself, since personal development and evolution and growth is always going to be an ongoing theme, why not go into it right now? So you have so many good things you can offer, be it financial stability. Maybe you're old and rich, maybe you're young and ambitious. You have so many things to offer. And keep in mind, women value ambition more than current success. Understand that you can switch the internal dialogue from, wow, she's beautiful, I hope she likes me too, wow, she's beautiful, I hope I like her. You can actually switch that. You change your internal dialogue and thereby you prime a completely different set of confidence. Another thing you can do to ground yourself in abundance is spend time with high quality male friends. You have to, for the love of God, spend more time with men who have your best interest at heart. By spending time with good men, men who want to see you win, who really celebrate your successes, who have the same values as you, who cheer you on. That grounds you. Jordan Peterson says something along the lines of that we outsource our sanity. You get oxytocin, you get dopamine, you get increased testosterone by being out around other high testosterone men. And that actually makes you more confident when you go on the date. If you're isolated all the time, if all you're doing is work, gym by yourself, and it's not about having male friends who are in other parts of the US, for example, but what it is about actually seeing them on a weekly basis. Our brain was made to be in the company of people 24/7. Even if you say you're introvert, it's fine, but you need good quality contact, good quality social contact every single day. That's going to create internal as well as external abundance. I could keep ranting for another 50 minutes, but I believe Instagram or wherever we're posting this limits it to 10 minutes. I hope I haven't crossed this yet. Take action. If you want us to help you with that personally, we're here to help you. Go out there, connect. I wish you all the best.